And now Cleveland comes to town. The Mariners' brutal lateseason fate reached 6 games Thursday night in a 4-2 loss to the Texas Rangers at Safeco Field. And suddenly, the Mariners seem like a club whose season can't end soon enough. Texas scored 2 crucial runs in the first inning when third baseman Kyle Seager couldn't handle a hot 2-out grounder with the bases loaded. That provided Rangers ace Cole Hamels with an early cushion. "It kicked a little bit on me," Seager said. "It's certainly a play I would have liked to have made. It was a ball hit right at me, and it's a play I probably should have made." Hamels 114 took full advantage in handcuffing the Mariners on 1 run and Nelson Cruz homer over 8 innings before Kean Kela closed out Texas's 3-game sweep. Robinson Cano's 1-out homer in the 9th inning against Kela was number 300 on his career. It provided the crowd of 14,849 with a little something positive in another dreary evening. "It means a lot," Cano said, "and it's good to get 300, but the bottom line is we lost the game. It's not really fun." The Rangers have now won 4 in a row and, in the process, resuscitated their own postseason hopes that seemed dead only a week ago when they lost 3 of 4 against the Mariners in Texas. As for the Mariners, they haven't won since, and, at 74-79 with 9 games remaining, now trail Minnesota by 5 games in the race for the American League's final wild-card berth. Their tragic number is down to 5. Any combination of 5 Mariners losses or Minnesota victories will extend the Mariners' postseason drought to an worst 16 seasons. "We're not mathematically eliminated yet," manager Scott Servais said. "I know it doesn't look great right now. The biggest thing is we've got to play a good ball game. We've got to go out and win a ball game. It hasn't happened in the last week." Their slide also presents an embarrassing possibility. The Mariners are now just 4-12 games ahead of Oakland in what suddenly looms as a battle to avoid finishing last in the AL West. The Mariners play 3 games next week at Oakland, after closing out their home schedule this weekend with 3 games against the Indians, who have won 27 of their last 28 games. It's Fan Appreciation Weekend, by the way. On Thursday, lefty James Paxton, in his second start since returning from a 31-game stay on the disabled list, put himself in a quick jam by surrendering 3 one-out singles in the first inning. While that loaded the bases, Paxton had a chance to escape unharmed by striking out Joey Gallo before Carlos Gomez hit a hard grounder to third. Instead of the third out, the ball skipped through Seager for what was scored a two-run double. Paxton 125 lasted 323 innings, just as Felix Hernandez did in Wednesday night's loss to the Rangers. Paxton threw 73 pitches, up from 50 on September 15 in his first start since August 10. It stayed 20 until Adrian Beltre opened a 6th inning with a Lindgren homer to left field against reliever Dan Altavilla. Shin-Soo Choo added a 2-out homer in the 7th against Emilio Pagan for a 40 lead. Cruz's homer, his 35th, came with 1 out in the 7th inning. 3 takeaways hitter error, 2 runs scored when Gomez's sharp grounder ate up Seager with 2 outs and the bases loaded in the first inning. Official scorer Eric Radovich, after looking at replays, called it a two-run double and not an error. It was an either call, but the ball was hit right at Seager and got through him. The only difference in the scoring, really, was its impact on Paxton's earned run average. By scoring it a double, the 2 runs were earned. Positive steps while Paxton lasted just 323 innings. That was more a matter of conditioning in his second start, after returning from a 5-week stay on the disabled list because of a strained left pectoral muscle. Paxton didn't allow a hit after the first inning, but was at 73 pitches when the Mariners went to the bullpen. It was far better than his September 15 return at Houston, when he threw 50 pitches in just 113 innings. "It was better for sure," he said. "I was moving the fastball around better. The breaking stuff was sharper. Not as sharp as it can be, but it was definitely a step in the right direction. Tonight, unfortunately, it wasn't enough." Additional netting. Mariners president Kevin Mather confirmed plans for additional protective netting to be installed at Safeco Field, likely by the start of next season. The Mariners are one of several clubs to announce such plans in the aftermath of a young girl getting struck by a line drive earlier this week at Yankee Stadium. While various plans are still being reviewed, the additional netting at Safeco is expected to extend to the dugouts. Bob Dutton at TNT. Mariners